nasty. Feelings on the floor, shake your ass. Cheeks in a climbing mountain. If you got Twin Peaks and I get to the top, you get an avalanche of skeet. But I just wanna see you move the way you sway them hips. My eyes are glued and you shake that body from side to side like you're taking the anaconda for a ride. I may not.
And we're back with the Buffalo Juggalo Radio Show. Now, this here is long overdue. I promised Emcee M.D a long time ago that I would do this, and I finally have gotten around to doing it. I finally have gotten a chance, well over a year later. But I promised him a long time ago that I would do a review for his album First Strike. Now, any of you that have been listening to the show for any length of time have probably heard most of his album by now. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fulfill my promise to him, and I'm going to do a full review right now of his album. And I'll play a few little snippets along the way and stuff too. So the album First Strike is put out by Emcee M.D. The album actually came out in 2011 in June. And for those of you who don't know, I guess we'll do this. Now, we have had Emcee M.D on the show before, last year in the first season. He was one of the first interviews we had. But for those of you who aren't familiar, he is a hip-hop artist from around the Buffalo, New York region. He first started out in music. He was in like some metal bands. The most notable was Boss Tribal. And then, like I mentioned, in 2011, he released his debut solo hip-hop album, First Strike. Now, this album, it's a blend of all sorts of different themes and styles. Overall, I definitely enjoy the album. It has a very old-school feel. It's very reminiscent of early 90s hip-hop. But it's been retwisted into a modern way. There really is no general theme to the album on a whole, but there are a few motifs that are present. First of all, his perseverance as an artist, his hatred for fads and trends and social ignorance, and also his love for video games and technology. And we'll just go ahead here and get right down into we'll break down these tracks for you. It's 13 tracks. It's an LP. Now his first track, it's entitled "Get Nasty." Kind of serves as an intro. There are lyrics, but there's like a 2-minute intro. There's a lot of long instrumentals, but it does help get you kind of pumped up though for the album itself. Track 2 though, Top 40 Scourge. This is one of my favorite tracks. It starts right off. There's no build up, no nothing. It just starts right off with Emcee M.D. He's like, I can't even do. I'm not even gonna pretend to be him. Here, I'll just play the snippet right here.
I got a mouth like a Molotov when I spit. Flambe motherfuckers thinking opposite. Pissing my stain, so I grab my dick. These jealous motherfuckers saying you ain't shit. The crowd goes up like dynamite. Stop, switch, and they ignite. Call me arsonist, I light a match and strike. Let's burn this motherfucker down tonight.
Alright, so, as you can see, it's just, he just comes right at you, he's just in your face the entire track. He's letting you know what he's about, and if you don't like it, move out of the way. This whole instrumental, as you can hear, it's energetic, but yet kind of mellow. It's got that slight guitar and piano, kind of strings and percussion along. Now, this next track, I know this is a favorite by a lot of I know it's a favorite by a lot of you. This is Enter the Dragon. Now, this track, it really is just a perfect example of his diverse skills. This is not a typical rap song. This is more of a spoken word track. The lyrics are very poetic. And what it is, what the track's about, it takes a rap battle. It relates the properties of a rap battle to that of like ancient Asia, like samurai warriors and shit like that. The instrumental has kind of an epic feel to it, and as you listen to it, it kind of almost makes you feel like you're all dressed up in armor with a big ass samurai sword up on a mountaintop, just fighting ninja assassins and shit. This here is definitely one of the better tracks on the album. Track 4, Save the Night. This is a very, very energetic track. It's heavily laden with a metal influence, definitely. The instrumental, it's just fast drums, fast guitars, and Emcee M.D, he shows off his punk metal voice. This is a good mosh pit song, is what it is. It's a good song. It's a good live, energetic song. Now, track 5, Happy Birthday. I know you've all heard this. This was the lead single from the album. It's definitely a fan favorite as well. This is a very powerful and emotional track, actually. What the song is about, it's based on a true story. It deals with Emcee M.D, his sister losing her life just days before his birthday. Her funeral is actually held on his birthday. So that's what the track is about. So it's very emotional track, but yet it's still it's still not a downer though. It's still positive, He does have music videos for this track, and also the next track we're going to talk about. He does have videos for this up on his YouTube, so definitely check those out. Also over at mcmd.com and his Facebook. So, track 6, I'll pretend I didn't hear that. This is the other one I was just saying he has a video for. This song is made up of actual insults that have been thrown at him over the years. But the thing is, he's gotten all these insults, but he doesn't care. And what he's done is he's taken them all, and he's just churned them back out into a song. People say something to him, and, he's just, whatever. I didn't hear that. Don't care. Just keep going. Another great track. I know I've played it a few times on the show. I know you're all probably familiar with it. Track 7, it's called Hip Hop Power. It's an intermission. It's like 2 minutes long, and it's just kind of a beat. Just kind of carries you over to the next half of the album. Track 8, Omnipotron. This track kind of this here is definitely about Emcee M.D's hatred for fads and like that pop rap shit, like Broken Side, 303 stuff. He deliberately calls out emos and just, I don't know, anyone who follows a trend. He states right in the chorus, you're not a robot. The instrumental backing this the instrumental backing this also is a pretty good bouncy beat. It's got kind of a, I don't know how to describe it, a squishy synthesizer sound. I don't know. Track 9, The Abyss. This here's a track that Juggalos definitely love. This is a dark, gritty track. The instrumentals, they feel as though they're about to, I don't know, suck you into the shadows. Plus, he just has this edge in his voice that kind of adds to the ambiance. And, I actually haven't played a clip in a while. I'm going to play a clip of this track for you right now. This is The Abyss.
What you see, yet they tried to label me, they tried to label me a killer. They tried to label me a killer.
Alright, so that was track 9. Coming up here, track 10, A Boy in His MacBook. Now, this one can kind of be considered an origin track. It gives a background on who Emcee M.D is and some of his philosophy in the music game. The beat is reminiscent of an old, 16-bit video game title screen or something. The song is definitely more lighthearted than many of the others on his album. And, I don't know, it's a good track that the chorus is kind of half sung. Like, it's kind of catchy. Next track, Get Yours. This is a lyrical track for sure. A lot of rhyming. That's one thing that really stands out to me about it. But the message of the track is quite clear. Get yours. Especially in this game, you need to take it, and if you're not going to take it, get out of the way. Track 12. This one here is for all you nerds out there. This is based on a Nintendo Wii game called Dead Rising. And basically, if you remember, the game was about, you're trapped in a mall for a few days, and there's all these zombies around you, and you can use, you just gotta use items in the mall to kill zombies, whip CDs at them, or run over them with fucking shopping carts and shit, I don't know, there's all sorts of shit, and that's what the song's about, and the tagline for the game was "Chop till you drop." So that's the name of this track, "Chop till you drop," and it tells the tale of being trapped in a shopping mall full of zombies. And then the last track here, "The Crest." This here's another one of my favorites. This track's about never giving up, never backing down. So some of my favorite lyrics on this whole album are. Some of my favorite lyrics on this whole album are contained in this chorus, which I'm gonna play here in a second. It says, "Next time, there's no next for me. This time, I play for keeps." So I'm gonna go ahead and play a clip of that right now.
Cause next time, there's no next for me. This time, I play for keeps. Next time, there's no next for me. This time, I play for keeps. Yeah. If you had a moment, this better be the time to seize it. Embark your journey, my pencils.
Alright, yeah. And if you heard in there, that instrumental has it has a nice dark edge. It's definite metal influence for sure. Overall, based on because I actually had this whole thing typed up on fagolovers.net. You can check it out, and the videos posted up too. I went down through and I gave it all like a rating system. Overall, final average track rating. This is all 13 tracks averaged together. Was a total of 4 out of 5. Production-wise, this album was pretty solidly mixed and engineered. The volumes are steady throughout the whole thing. There's no noticeable spikes or soft spots in the vocals. It's pleasing to the ears. And for those of you that ever have a chance to get a hold of the physical product, it comes in a jewel case. It's got a 16-page booklet with all sorts of different artwork that was drawn by Emcee M.D himself. And also, if he's still in stock, it comes with a poster and a cut-out customizable power glove, because he wears a power glove on stage. But all in all, this album definitely worth listening to. I mean, like I said, those of you who've been listening to the show for a while, you've already heard the whole album already, pretty much, on the show. But it is worth, sitting and listening to if you haven't heard it yet, especially if you're in the mood for, something a little different. I mean, most music these days tends to be more depressing, tends to be kind of a downer. But this album is pretty positive all throughout. Even the dark and emotional tracks are still positive. So, yeah, bottom line, check this album out. Check out his links, MCMD.com. He's on Facebook at MCMD, also Sick Boy Productions, because he's got a bunch more shit coming soon. I know we were talking about this. He has a music video premiere for a brand new track called Never Say Never. That'll be coming next month, September 20th. I'll be playing the after party if you're in the Buffalo, New York area, so check that out. And I'm going to take us out, and I'm actually going to play a track from the album, one I was talking about earlier, Enter the Dragon. This one I was telling you, it's not your typical rap song, it's more of a spoken word. So check this out, pretend you're a samurai for a minute, and we'll be back here in a few moments with the Buffalo Juggalo Radio Show.
No one ever said this would be easy. Enter the dojo, your fast forward becomes slow-mo. Trained in the deadly arts, a fork-tongued assassin, I am indestructible, from all elements combustible, fluid like water, these lyrical daggers dancing on it. To defeat Ronan, a master of his own clan, I strike with the hidden hand, a crushing blow, to defeat the kings of heaven and demons below. Enter the dragon. Enter the dragon. Enter the dragon, prepare for battle. Enter the dragon, it's season, ship still up, set, time to roll the cattle. Enter the dragon, the dunks get paddled. Yeah. Invisible, undetected, invincible. I scale the highest wall, my shuriken's tangible. Prepare the gate for interception. Intrepid protection against detection. Daimyo bow, a graceful performance of kabuki against the tiger's mouth. A verbal sutra, shutting out sutures of warlords' futures. My pagoda is strong. Beheaded in offering, a worthy gift to assist the cleansing of my blade. My bird of paradise, well worth the jade. I stand as sentinel, scathed by the arrows of legion. I advance, a kamikaze, yet undefeated. Enter the dragon, prepare for battle. Enter the dragon, MCs and ships still up. Set time to roll the cattle. Enter the dragon, dunks get paddled. Dunks get paddled. Undetected, I release my fury. A flurry to make one scream, a bamboo forest chopped into curry. Threatened, unrelentless. My lashing tongue increases my defenses. A post beat demise in haste. Laid to waste, zillies to the touch. My cherry blossom skies, guitars rise. 100 stone soldiers stand in my way. No easy task to arrange. A tournament worthy of recognition. Verbal ignition, commissioned by provisions, deficient by the prolific. Jealous baboons watch from the sidelines. The word of the day? Stealth. Concealed, there are no secrets revealed. Only quickly depicted adversaries humiliated into hairy carry. Undiscovered, I rend asunder. Combatant habitat selected. Defected are the weak. Sonic propulsion, my weapon of choice. Victory, my geisha. A master, I am. Enter the dragon. Enter the dragon. Enter the dragon, prepare for battle. Enter the dragon, MCs and chefs still up. Set time to roll the cap. Enter the dragon, ducks get paddled. Enter the dragon, prepare for battle. Enter the dragon, MCs and chefs still up. Set time to roll the cap. Enter the dragon, ducks get paddled. Enter the dragon. 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 Enter the dragon.
What's up, everyone? I'm Polmar.
And I'm Trippy Two-Face.
And we're the hosts of the Buffalo Juggalo Radio Show.
You can catch us every Saturday at 10 p.m. Eastern on Hatchet Radio.
We'll be bringing you all the freshest and underground music news, interviews, featured artists, and so much more.
With a special focus on the 716 and beyond. This is the official broadcast of Buffalo Juggalos.
Come scope us out at hatchetradio.net and hit us up at facebook.com/Buffalo Juggalo Radio Show.
We have tons of contests and giveaways coming up on our page.
So don't sleep on
The Buffalo Juggalo Radio Show, Saturdays at 10 p.m. Eastern.
Only on Hatchet Radio.
Holding down the 716 Buffalo.